In this session, we would be deploying Apache Doris BE on EC2 instance. In the previous session, we saw how we can install Apache Doris front end on the EC2 instance. The steps would be fairly similar to what we did on that session, uh, with a key difference when it comes to updating the BE config. So, hello, my name is Juno, and let's dive into this. So, I'm currently in my console. If you click on EC2 instance, you, you can see I have two instances running. I already created an AWS Doris Backend. This, this says a T3X large instance type running an Ubuntu 64-bit architecture. This consists 16 uh, gigs of RAM and 50 gigs of root volume. This is running on a public subnet, and I have enabled the IP for this because I want to connect through EC2 instance connect, like I did for FE. So whole this is similar to the configuration is very similar to what we had for FE. So nothing actually changed. I'm using the same type, but in production you might need to you might look into a different instance type, either like compute optimized or storage optimized. So yeah, but in my demo I'll be using T3X large for my for installing Apache Doris for BE. So let's do it. So connect. Okay, so I already had updated the packages. So like we did, we have OS requirements for BE as well. This which is similar to what we did for FE. We will be setting the disk swap off, and as well as setting the open file descriptor uh, in the system. So maximize the open file handles in the system by changing the limits config. So let's do it. We'll change the limit file. So the nano, what is say security limits. So we'll add it to the end. 65536. That's the given in the document. Okay, that's done. I'll also disable the swap. Yeah. So one thing to note here is the security group. I'll be using the security group that I created for FE in here as well, because it consists of the ports that would be used by BE as well. So I had, when I earlier created the security group, it consists of both BE as well as FE. So I don't need to create again. I have used the same one and build this uh, BE on the same VPC. Okay, let's install Java. This doesn't have Java. Okay, it's been installed. Let's set the Java environment. So I'll update uh, the environment file, but before that, I'll need to know the path. So I'll just do sudo update. So this is the path. Update it. So no. See, and not Java. um, And I'll update the source. Okay, Python is already installed. It will just verify. Yep, we have the suitable Python version with us. So we also need to install GCC as we did in the previous session for FE. We need to do for BE as well. So I'll just install that as well. Okay, let's create a symbolic link. Likewise for GCC. Okay, we are created. So let's install or download the Apache Doris. So if you just type in Apache Doris on internet, you will reach Apache Doris download, and you'll land in this page. I'll be using 2.1.8, that's stable version. I'll keep the architect as 64 with AVX2, and let's grab the link. That link, duplicate. Uh, it started the download. Let's wait till it downloads. Okay, let's extract it. So one thing to note here is after this gets extracted, we need to make the changes in the BE config. So the changes would be setting up the priority network, that would be setting the IP address. Uh, then we need to actually set the storage path, and also we have to mention the Java environment in the B config as well, because that's what is actually documented and we would need it after 1.2 version. So currently we are using 2.1.8, so if we need to mention Java environment in B config file as well. Okay, that's done. So let's update the B config file. Okay, let's go. Okay, this is the Java. So it said since 1.2 Java home needs to be set for the run B process, so let's update it. Actually, I need to know it, right? Let's just exit and let's save it for now. Yes. Okay, just copy it here. Copy. Okay. Okay. Done. Let's update the priority network. 0.12.188 and the storage path. We'll be using SSD and for SSD and SSD. Let's just go and create .ssd. That's DT. And then I'll do this one. Okay. Okay. Rest the configuration remains same. Okay, we have updated it. We need to actually create the storage path in the directory. It was under home, disk 1 and disk 2. So let's do that. Let me create it. So we are in the home. Let's create. So it's been created. Let's go and create disk 1 with SSD. So Here we have the SSD. Let's go to let's create HTT and Doris. Okay, do we need to create another one? Um, see, MK8 Doris. We have Doris and Doris HTT. Uh, we also need to provide them uh, with the correct ownership uh, because it will try to access from the Apache or Ubuntu folder. So let's give them uh, the correct ownership. So I'll go set it. Dot. We have here disk 1, disk 2. I'll delete the Doris. Okay. Okay. So is Ubuntu, again the group and the disk is 1 Doris SSD. Same for Doris. Okay, we have a Doris on Doris 2. Okay, disk 2 Doris Doris dot HDD. Right. So we have given necessary access to it. So let's go into Apache PE bin. So we have done all the changes and we have given the permission to the file. Uh, let's start it up. So before that, we need to actually set the VM map count to max it out. Sudo sys control w. Okay, and change the user limit. Okay, and now this start Okay, let's check the logs. Okay, it has started. You can see all the filters running up. So the backend listening on 9060. We have the storage set up correctly, and we have the internet server port on 8060, RPC hosted at 8060, and Swift heartbeat started on port 9050. So let's just add the our backend to the front end. That's the step. So let's get into our front end. So the one that we created, go there. So here to front end, we'll get the UI. 8030, not the secure one. Okay, it's expired. It's root, change it. Playground. Now I'll just like show backend. There is no backends currently added, so we'll just add it using the uh, alter system add backend command that's actually given in the Apache document. So please go through that in the connection section. So I'll do that. Alter add backend. So my B host, my B host is 10.0.12.188 along with my heartbeat service port. My heartbeat service port on 9050. So I'll do 9050 and I'll execute it. Okay, let's see. Show backends. Okay, currently I have the heartbeat and everything. Total capacity shows 142.168. Available capacity 108. 23. Default version is 2.1.8. Last reported. Heartbeat failure is nothing. And it's alive. So we have successfully added backend to our system. Uh, let's try to check. We have active queries and everything. Let's check our user. You have table options table. You have tables schema. So let's get in the Apache documentation and perform some table actions. Yes. Okay. Let's just run this one to see if it can. Let's have first create database, I suppose. Create database. We'll give the DB name as test. Okay. We'll use this one. This is good. Okay, let's refresh. We have the DB test successfully running, and let's create a table here. Create table. We'll take this one. I guess we need a suitable one. Build this. We'll grab this one. Okay, this example DB should be DB test. You need to set the application number. We use the application number properties. Okay, it ran. So it created our table. So let's see. We have table hash with no data but data preview. So like this, we actually created BE and successfully connected it to our front end. So this is it. We have deployed our Apache Doris on EC2 instance, both BE and FE on EC2 instance. So we conclude our session on deployment of Doris on AWS. Thank you for being with me, and I'll see you in the next one.